Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of Military's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, you know, I just did a few NATO readings, and I tried something new, you know what I'm saying, with a client of mine. And it came out very successful, where it's something I got the Yang Realm Reading and the Yin Realm Reading, which it doesn't really deal with astrology, but it does, because astrology give me a direction to lead to your Yang realm of realities and your Yin realm of realities. So you know what I'm saying, it's like a reading. They're two separate readings. You have the Yang realm things, how you're supposed to see the things externally, whether it's a person, place, or thing in your life, for it to obtain to your Yin realm. Then you have the Yin realm reading, where I explain your Yin realm of reality and where it's supposed to be focused at, so you can focus that on presenting that to the Yang realm. So both of these is needed. They're like breath. They're like in and out, but you don't necessarily need to know both of them at one time. It's just, you know, part of understanding what's actually going on. Like, for an example, how I would do it, well, how I did it. Well, when we talk about the things that you see and things you get enlightened about, it's going to involve in your sun, but it's all things dealing with your sun. So y'all know me, how I break things down. It deals with astrology, but a lot of times it's just metaphysic also. You know what I'm saying? It's spiritual. And then when we want to talk about your Yin realm, realm of reality, is going to deal with your moon and all things inside of your moon, and all things that the moon give me direction to your Yin realm of reality, and the sun give me direction to your Yang realm of reality. So once I get the direction, I'm able to elaborate the realms of realities of these things. And this is like a spiritual enlightenment reading, basically. So it's not really it's not really astrology, but it's more like a spiritual enlightenment. So, you know, that was this, that, and the third. But, you know, one thing we need to know, how we want to make our internal world external, and how we can kind of try to explain what we do see external from the internal. And that way we can kind of balance our lives out and kind of understand why we creating the circumstances we are in today, or at the same time, why are we not experiencing what we want to experience, which is our inner heaven, and while we are experiencing all our inner hells, which a lot of times the realms of realities and programs that we are into nowadays puts us in realms of realities where we put our own soul and spirit in damnation, to the point that we experience all these woes of life, of experience in life and things of that nature. And it's because we put our spirit and soul into realms of realities that's not in our good nature. So, you know, as long as you know your Yin realm world, your Yang realm world, then you can take this information and apply it to whatever you're doing that's unaligned. So you could be aligned in the things that's making you unaligned. So you can create balance in your life and not let these circumstances and experiences overtake you, and know what to actually do in order to get your life in situated. Also, I got another reading too that's based upon, now I'm thinking, should I do this in a separate video? No, I'm gonna do this on this one. It's a reading that is based upon your planetary alignment, but actually looking at that from a spiritual level too. Now, when you talk about your planetary alignments, this is a certain manuscript I've done. Now, you have your powers, you have your gifts, your opportunities, your learning processes, and your oppositions. Now, you can turn that astrological angles into a spiritual Bible or a spiritual manuscript that you need to take care of, because these are things. Your planetary alignments is what you're doing every second, minute, hour, day, week, year, decade. But depending on how you do it, depending on what realms of realities and portals you in, they may play out negatively a lot of times, and they may play out positively a lot of times. But this kind of reading that I got, which is called your own, I don't even have a reading, we was just doing some shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a specific name for this, but it's based upon your planetary alignments and raising the vibrations of your planetary alignment, so you can know what you're spiritually supposed to do. So once you understand this, you won't care if you're hurting someone's feelings or whatever like that, because at the same time, you know, this helps your own spirit. So it puts you in realms of realities that you need to be in, and you don't have to second guess or look outside of yourself for some form of what they call that when you need validation, for some form of validation. This manuscript will validate what you're supposed to do and need to do, and how to succeed in whatever you want to do. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the flight. That's the that reading, and you know, I'm still dealing with a lot of family and stuff. So you know, I just needed to get a quick couple videos out. But yeah, flight boss, bitch. You know, for sure. Goddamn air.